Well, thanks for logging on. It's Thursday night again already. We're almost at the weekend. I can't believe how quick the weeks are going. It's scary. But you've logged on and here we are. It's Thursday night and this is tonight's vlog. Well, it's been yet again another hectic week. I'm sure a lot of you out there are just a bit as busy as I am with work and stuff and just trying to juggle our social lives and fishing, of course. And you know, the weeks seem to be flying by at the minute. We're already booking matches and getting dates ready for winter again already, but we've had another scorching week. The weather's been fantastic. Let's just have a quick look at what's been happening on social media and over just on the match circuit as a general over the last few days. Well, for me, there's only been like one match over the last 10 days or so, and that's the Feeder Masters qualifier on the River Trent. Thank you to all the messages I got about that. I didn't quite get the result that I wanted, but for those of you that haven't seen that video, the link's there for you. Had some great feedback on it, you know, and I mean, reflecting 10 days on, I'm kind of pleased with the decision that I made, to be fair, when I look at the results and where the fish were caught and all that sort of stuff. But massive congratulations to the qualifiers. 3 lads that I feel I know pretty well. Alistair I fished with at England youth level, I think it was, if I'm right, Alistair. I haven't really seen much of you since then because we've been on different circuits. Andy Moss, my first ever trip to Ireland, I was fortunate enough to be taken under the wing by Will Freeman and Andy Leathers. We went over and fished the Mahons Festival, I think it was, and Andy Moss was part of that group who just kind of took me under the wing and showed me the ropes on my first ever Irish festival. So it's great to see Andy in the final, and obviously Joe Carras, that I'm sure a lot of you are more than familiar with. I consider myself to be quite good friends with Joe, and I'm really pleased he's getting results from his feeder fishing. He's loving it, and the rumours are he's almost got as many feeders as he has pole floats now, so you'll have to have a count up for us, Joe, and let us know if that's true or not, whether it's just a vicious rumour. But massive well done to those qualifiers. So they'll all be heading down to Bow Beach for the £12,000 final in September, I think it is. I've only fished 2 qualifiers so far. I couldn't really consider last match as a chance, and the first one was a very cold Boston Lakes, you know, which was a bit iffy. So I think up to speed I've got 2 tickets left. I've got Cornwall and Bow Beach itself, and you know, who knows, I might pick up a few tickets along the way. Of course, the big issue for me, you know, for several reasons, was the fact that it was the World Feeder Fishing Championships over in Italy. For the first time in a number of years, I just haven't been able to get there, you know. I just wasn't able to get there and help the lads out by running the bank and that sort of stuff. And it was a little bit strange, to be fair. You know, I was obviously at home working and all that sort of stuff, so I had plenty to do anyway, but I couldn't help but just keep logging onto Facebook and have a look at the results and the progress that Frankie was putting on behalf of Preston's Facebook page. Thanks for that, Frankie, if you're watching. It was just great to see the progress and how things evolved. I've not really spoke to the lads, I've left them alone, you know. I mean, you know, they had a massive job to do by going over there. I know what kind of a massive task it is to go out over there with all your kit. They drove over to Italy, they spent a week practicing and training there, trying to figure out the venue. They've been dealing with some incredibly hot temperatures as well, so they've had all that sort of thing to deal with, and obviously work out a formula and a plan for the weekend, and all that is what they've got to do before the actual championship weekend itself, which is obviously Saturday and Sunday. So there's a hell of a lot of work to do before they even get and fished the 2-day World Championships. So I haven't spoken to them even since they're back now, you know. I've just kind of left them to it. I'm sure they've all kind of reflecting on how it went. So I wasn't there, so I can't really comment on how training week went and stuff, but I mean, the only thing I can say, and I hope they don't mind me saying it, is that they're winners. You know, they'd be gutted not to come away with a gold medal. I don't really know how pleased they were with a bronze medal. I know after day one they were in second place, so that they were obviously well in it after day one. But that's what it is, you know. After day one, Tom's always said that it's only half time on the Saturday evening, and that's right. And it's fishing; anything can happen. But you know, like I said, I haven't spoke to the lads, but you know, they got a medal and fantastic job to them. You know, I obviously went over there a few weeks ago and saw what kind of a mammoth task it is to go over there and compete. You know, and full credit to them. You know, there aren't many lads that could go out there and do that. Massive congratulations to Russia, the new world champions. Absolutely, you know, fantastic. And judging by the scores on both days, you know, they obviously had it sorted, or something sorted. Like I say, I wasn't there to see it, but fantastic. And to Holland came second. I think they were just a couple of points in front of England. So you know, it's been known for quite a while that a lot of the other nations are obviously catching up, and it's getting harder and harder to compete, you know. So yeah, that was fantastic. And I've got to say a special mention to Felix, the new feeder world champion. A lot of you have probably heard me mention Felix a few weeks ago when he won the Southfield Festival. He's a fantastic lad. He's always smiling, he's always happy, he's always got time to say hello, you know, and I like it when people like that win big events like that. Massive congratulations, mate. Absolutely fantastic job, mate. Well, I've had loads of questions coming again this week. Thank you to everybody who sent them in. I have selected three that I think are just kind of broad enough that a lot of the viewers will be interested in, you know. They're not too specific, and a couple of them kind of relate to a video that I uploaded last week. So these are the three questions for this week. Well, the first question is what somebody asked me about regarding the Trent video that I've just put a link above for, the one that went on last week from the Feeder Masters. They kind of asked me why I went down the route of a fish meal mix and not a cereal mix. A lot of the viewers that have been long-term subscribers have obviously watched any one of the 200 video backload that I've got, that I've built up on this channel now. One of them is actually from last year. It's from the same match, Feeder Masters qualifier last year, and I can't quite remember if I actually say it in the video, but one of the things that I wanted to do on that match, looking back, was kind of fish for bream, or fish for a big fish. I drew a different section. I was at North Clifton, and I kind of fished a cereal mix that was kind of going to catch anything, and I honestly felt like I fell between two little stones, if you want to say that. You know, I wasn't quite catching enough small fish, and you know, because there was so many small fish there, you know, I'm missing bites from these sorts of fish. It didn't really give me a chance of catching a bonus fish, so I kind of fell in between the two things, and that's one thing that I kept in mind in this year's, last week's qualifier, the one that, you know, I've just put a link to. I went down the fish meal route because I just didn't want to overcomplicate things. I didn't want to stand the chance of being pestered by small fish, which is what's happened a lot on that river, especially if you're fishing with maggot and castor and that sort of thing. So I just didn't want to go down that route. I wanted to be very, very single-minded. Looking back, I think I did the right thing. I think the approach was right. But I think I should have possibly targeted a different species like barbel. But like I say, you live and learn, you make your decisions, you've got to make a decision. And on that particular day I made very little variation from that initial plan, very little. You know, and it's won matches in the past, and obviously there's times like last week when it doesn't work, but you've got to make a decision. But that's what happens when you're fishing these competitions. You're not fishing for a steady point score like you do in team matches. You're not fishing to end up in your top 3 in your 10 peg section. It's not like that. Qualifying matches like this are very, very different. You know, you're trying to either A, win them if it's something like a Fishomania, or, you know, to win your zone like I was, the 20 peg zone. And it's a different mentality, you know, and this is why when you see some of the top names, I mean, you see them week in, week out through the summer. You know, lads that go on these Fishomania qualifiers and they don't weigh in, or they get absolutely battered by somebody at the next peg, but the guy at the next peg doesn't actually win anything, you know, he just does all right. That's because those top lads have gone all out to try and win that match. They're not doing it to try and win 10 pegs, they're doing it to win the match. So the way that they approach the match is kind of very single-minded, it's confident, and it's giving them a chance of winning the match if they're on some fish. So thanks for that question, really good one. Another question again was about the same video, and it's just, they were kind of asked, do I ever find down the reel line when I'm fishing rivers like that? On this particular occasion I fished 6 pound main line. I had a shock leader as well, and you know, it's very, very rare that I do that. One thing that I can say is that something that again Dean Barlow taught me years ago is that there are occasions when you might want to step up the diameter of your reel line in order to pick up some of the tow, you know, to try and give your rig a more balanced effect. Just like on the other flip side of that, you might want to, on a fast flowing river, go down on your diameter so that it's not picking any of the flow up at all, you know, because you might be struggling to hold bottom on certain occasions. You might have so much lead on that, you know, it's just impossible to fish it correctly. So you know, that's when you might want to scale down. But on that particular occasion, generally on the Trent, I like to use 6 pound reel line. The other question was somebody put on about Sheffield Steel, about never giving up, you know. Obviously we know the result of that match now, obviously, especially if you watch the video, but it was just a case about, you know, sticking it right out till the very, very last cast, you know. And it's one of them things that, you know, some people like to do, some people can't do it. Some people think, look, you know, after 2.5 hours they haven't got a chance, they're going to pack up and go home, or go to the pub, or, you know, go and do something else, whatever, or just go home. I've never done that, you know, because A, you're never going to win anything on those occasions. As soon as you're packed up and gone, that's it. There's no chance of you winning, you know. And how many times have you fished on especially on a river like the Trent, there's barbel in there, 8-10 pound barbel that you could get. And even if you're not going to win the zone, you know, if you think someone's winning it at the top end, like I thought on that particular day, you know, an 8 pound fish could win you 10 pegs, so you're going to get 50 quid back, you know, and it covers your expenses for the day. Things like that, it's just something that I've always been brought up to do, you know, and I think it's just important to point out that the only thing that keeps me going on days like that is because it's so hard. That's when one bite can make even more of a difference than it can when it's not fishing hard, you know. So if it is hard, you're not catching, nobody's caught, you only need one bite and you're in, you know. You could even frame, that's what happened at Southfield on some of my winter videos from Southfield. 3 bites has won you a match, you know. That's you know, and when it's hard like that, that is the time when a lot of people pack up and go, and it's just not for me. And I know there are days when the conditions are bad, the weather's rubbish, or you've got work to do, and you might think, oh, sod it. But I've never been in that situation. I hope I never will be in that situation, because I want to be on the bank as much as I possibly can. But thank you for the kind messages on that. But yeah, just sheer determination or stubbornness maybe. Well, it's been a really big week as regards to this channel, you know. This kind of thing might not be as much interest to a lot of the people that watch these videos just for a bit of entertainment or just for something to do. This last bit is just really, it's directed exactly at this channel and about what's happening to this channel and to you guys, the subscribers, okay? The first thing is August. There are 31 days in August. There are going to be 31 videos in August. I had a fantastic response from when I did the daily vlogs in January, you know. It's a rubbish time of year, a lot of people aren't on the bank as much as what they are this time of year, and you know, the daily vlog thing was great because I could cover lots of little topics, 4 and 5 minute videos that, you know, aren't really enough to put into a longer video, but the nice little, you know, bite-sized videos, if you want to call it that, and I can do that on a daily vlog format. So please get subscribed up if you haven't already. Hit subscribe, you'll be in the loop with every video through August. Really excited about seeing that, you know, the feedback from that, and hopefully there's going to be plenty in there for you guys to enjoy. After several discussions with several people, I've decided that the vast majority of all my videos are going to remain on here on YouTube, on this free platform. I'm very passionate about a lot of the videos that I do, keeping them free so that anybody can view them. That obviously works well for me, it works well for the growth of the channel, it works well for Matrix, and it works well for Bait Tech, you know, because they've obviously got a bigger reach. And first and foremost, you guys know I'm a match angler by heart. I want to win matches, and close to my heart is Bait Tech and Matrix. Alright, this channel has come after all that, okay? So the news I've got for you is that you are now going to have the option of becoming a club member, if you want to call it that, of this channel, okay? All these videos, the Thursday night vlog, 4 Minute Fridays, all that sort of stuff, the live match videos, they're still going to get uploaded to this free platform. These will remain on YouTube, okay? But what you've now got the option of, you've got the option of becoming a patron. Now, a patron basically is, you can join the patronage, if you want to call it that. It's on Patreon, which is a global platform, okay? I'll put the link below for you. And basically there's 3 tiers, and what those 3 tiers are going to do is, if you join, which I strongly recommend if you want more uploads, is that will give you access to some exclusive videos that won't get uploaded onto this channel. Some other videos that are a little bit more in depth, and ones that are like a little bit more behind the scenes of matches that I've fished, and more about the feedback and just kind of how my match went. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to share some of this content with you, you know, and a lot of it, it's not really giving secrets away as such, it's just giving you, the viewer, a better understanding and experience of the matches that I'm involved in, and what they entail about getting to them, and all that sort of thing. I can only do that in certain specialised videos, because for me to deliver that information to you, a lot of it will quite simply be me sat here like this. There won't be any pretty shots of me netting fish, some cracking soundtrack that you might like, you know, and all nicely edited and all that sort of stuff, because all that would take too long and it wouldn't suit the majority of the viewers. So you've now got the option, okay, you can still watch all these videos, but you've now got the option of getting access to these exclusive videos, okay. Just click Patreon below the link and underneath this video, and that will take you straight to it and explain to you exactly what it is. So if you want to carry on watching these videos as you are, that's fine, carry on, happy days. But if you're one of those people that likes to know a little bit more information about, you know, what happened in the third hour of that match, you know, that you didn't mention or you couldn't mention because it was going to make the video too long-winded, I want to sit and listen to that. If you're that kind of person that wants to know about those sorts of things and the little hints and tips that I kind of talk about in my coaching sessions, which I'm not getting a chance to do because I just don't have the time, you can get this information through being a patron. Simple as that. So the link is below for you. I'll also give it a mention at the end of the video. So if you are a bit of a feeder freak or really into your detail about matches and the experience as a whole and what it's like to compete in some of the events and the things I'm involved in, you might want to check that out. So the link is below the video for you. Well, that's it. It's another week over. Like I say, not much fancy footage tonight for you, but I've delivered again for you. I know you want me to keep touching base with you. The channel's going brilliant. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, hit subscribe. You'll not miss anything. And if you want some of the gory details about match fishing and about the events that I'm involved in, just little things about how I prepare for matches, the things that aren't trimmed up fancy with lovely soundtracks, if you just want to know some of that raw information, check out Patreon. It really might be for you, and obviously I'd appreciate any support for anybody who joins as a patron. So thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Friday again tomorrow. I know I'm going to see some of you at the weekend. I've just had a coaching day cancelled for Saturday, so I've got a couple of things I could be doing. I could try and get to the Fishomania final. Good luck, big Richie Hull, my wingman for Ireland. If you're watching, mate, I know you're in that final. I might try and get there. I'll just have a look how it is with work and stuff. I might even try and get a Feeder Masters ticket for Saturday at Hallcroft. Who knows what's going to happen. Things seem to be changing by the hour at the minute, but it's all good. It's very, very good. So thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you in a couple of days.